much, and good afternoon, everybody. Deputy Governor Flora, and as you said, the MC said, Stefan, it's your day today, so I won't talk for long. I would just like to welcome you all, Kenyan friends, also the German friends, liebe Landsleute. Es freut mich sehr, dass einige auch einen weiteren Weg auf sich genommen haben, extra um heute hier zu sein an der Küste. Mein Name ist Sebastian Groth, ich bin seit 2 Jahren Botschafter in Nairobi, aber versuche eigentlich jede Gelegenheit wahrzunehmen, hier auch an die Küste zu kommen, weil ich alles hier sehr mag, das Licht, die See, das Essen, die Menschen. Von daher freue ich mich auch hier zu sein. Dear Flora, we're very honored that you are here with us. As you said, Germans are widespread at the coast. I just verified the figures. We are ahead of Italy. 81,000 Germans, 75,000 Italians in the last season. So, and just by talking to some of the people that are active in the hospitality industry, my impression is that we have relatively good times here for tourism, also coming from Germany, from Europe to Kenya, and we are very happy for this. When I started 2 years ago, I came with a mission from the Foreign Ministry also in Berlin to reopen an honorary consulate here at the coast. Why? Because it's a very important region for the country with its own history and also its own political identity and economic identity. We are present as Germany in all the 4 counties. I'll start with Kwale, where not only we had the famous shoe factory where Stefan Wenzel was a motor behind the construction of it, but we are also active in the Tibet sector, in the health sector, and we have a very important mangrove project along the coast, which is financed by the so-called International Climate Initiative. Mangroves are very important in capturing CO2, and we want to help the local population to preserve this treasure. Then we go to Mombasa, which is the economic and also political and cultural hub at the coast, with a number of hotels also run or managed or owned by Germans, as here in Diani as well. In Mombasa, we have a branch of the Goethe Institute where we are doing German lessons, and the demand is picking up enormously right now because also of the labor migration agreement that we just signed 4 weeks ago in Berlin with President Ruto and Chancellor Scholz. Then we move further north to Kilifi, to Flora's place. I was there in May, and we co-sponsored with the European Union a very big football tournament that was also a highlight of the year. We were together at the Malindi Museum for the closure of an exhibition about German and Kenyan relations, celebrating 60 years. Not everybody might know, but Gideon, the governor, is married to a German, so there is a really very close relationship between Kenya and Germany in Kilifi in this regard. And last but not least, Lamu, which is also loved by Germans, I may say so. We are a constant partner of the Lamu Cultural Festival. And as you know, the German post office that was founded there around 150 years ago is one of the earliest German footprints here along the coast. So all the 4 counties that Stefan Wenzel will take care of and is his responsibility also have a very, very important also German connection, and we are very happy for this. So now you might ask, why have we chosen Stefan? And probably everybody has his or her own answer, but I will give you my answer. Also by rechecking his CV while driving here. I think the last approximately 15 years you spent here in Diani, so you're really one of the Diani people, if I may say so. You have also history in Western Africa, in Nigeria, so you know both ends of the continent, if I may say so. And you are really bridge builder between also Europe, Germany, and Kenya. Your wife is very active in the schooling, as we have heard also from Flora, running several institutions here at the coast. if I may say so, Stefan, you're a hands-on guy. So I think whenever there might arise a problem, and we had some problems in the past already where you were involved in solving them, we will just call you. You might just call him, and he will try his best to help you. And I know I'm not kidding in this regard. I think you have a very sort of a pragmatic approach in solving problems, and this is very important, especially here in the coast where we have so many Germans that might run into problems. I wish you all the best for this important job. I wish you a good start in your new function, also in your new office, which will be opened here, not far from here, or is already opened. All the best for you. Hongera sana na asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
You didn't mention last time I took money off you. So, protocol. I'm very good at that. So, Your Excellency, Flora, Deputy Governor, and Your Excellency, Sebastian, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany, thank you for honoring us with your presence, but also all of you, an euch alle, vielen Dank, dass ihr so zahlreich erschienen seid. Thank you to all that you came out in droves and make this event a successful one. Also, thank you to Artie. Artie, show your face. He's the organizer of this. He's the chef, the cook. Now, usually I don't do this. Like Sebastian, I try to speak freely, but this is a bit longer what I want to say. I'll start with housekeeping again. My office in Diani Shopping Center is open on Thursdays from 11 to 1600. That's kind of Volkswagen working conditions. But not as well paid. And my PA is Karen. Where's Karen? Karen, wave your hand. This is Karen. She's the one, you won't get past her if you do not have an appointment. There's no way. There's no way. So, just formally, so all you know, and please spread the word, because I'm a rookie, I'm a beginner, I'm an apprentice of ERA, beautiful lady in red here. I am only allowed to do certification of signatures, certification of copies, and then I call it certification of the undead, which is Lebensbescheinigung, which those of you who are pensioners know you have to submit that, once a year to your local Pensionskasse. So it's very little I can do. No visa, no passports. Please call ERA if you are in dire need of that. I'm not yet in the position to help you there. My main mission is, and as Sebastian Goth just mentioned it so nicely, is pretty much hands-on, and it's about building bridges between Europe and Kenya. So I dare say, and I think you agree, my main mission will be to bring foreign investment, German investment, into Kenya and primarily the coastal counties. And that's how I understand my job. That's my mission. Okay? So the ambassador just mentioned already how I got the job. I don't need to talk about that. What I'm trying to do again, I'm trying to improve the economy of our home counties, especially Kwale, my home county. The ambassadors mentioned this contract that was signed between Mr. Scholz and Mr. Ruto about sending workers to Germany. And I'm trying to work on that. I mean Michaela Academies. Mr. Musili, can you just wave your hand? Flora was so kind to mention the schools. Michaela Academies has 30-year experience in teaching, so when we talk about sending workers to Germany, we talk about training, we talk about education, and that is language skills, and in our case, nursing skills. We'll be working on that. But then there's another issue, and unfortunately, Madame Achani is not here. You all know that by the end of this year, base titanium will pack it in. The big mine in the south is going to be closed, and we are going to lose a lot of revenue here in Kwale. It is a mind-boggling high amount which we are using. Tax income, revenue, workers. It is a serious, serious problem. And again, I will do my very, very best to buffer the impact of that. I already, as the ambassador said, I already started with Tom. Can you raise your arm? Tom, he's operating the Joseph Zabel Africa factory, which you all know under the brand name of Romica. We did that once, and I believe we can do it again, and again, and again. You see, small story, don't worry, I'm through very, very soon. 22 billion pairs of shoes are manufactured every year on this planet. 22 billion. If Kenya could just grab 1, 2 percentage point, 3 percentage points of that market, it would be a humongous business. It would mean tens and hundreds of thousands of jobs. It would mean hundreds of billions of Kenya shilling of revenue. And we, that means all we are here, the Kenyans, the government, and Nairobi here, we can pull it off because we have the resources to do that. 90% of the value of a shoe is created here. 90%. The leather comes from here. The labor is from here. Most materials are from here. We just need a few special chemicals or something, but we can create 90% of the value in the country. And that is something we can achieve, but it will come with hard work. And especially you, Madam Flora, you will have to push, because a part of this is in Nairobi, rules and regulations which are hindering entrepreneurs to do their business here. But if we can solve that, and we have Joseph Zabel Africa, Romica to show for, and maybe another project, many companies in Europe will come into the queue and say, how can I do this? Because Kenya is competitive in terms of quality. We are competitive in terms of prices. We can beat India. Can you believe it? We are producing cheaper than India. And we sell our shoes as we speak. We sell our shoes in North America, in Europe, and in Asia. So we can do this together. And that is my mission. And that is to close my welcoming speech. Thanks again for coming, and have a good time. Thank you.
What more than also to join you, because we have a great relationship with the Germans back in Kilifi. Today, we are not talking about Kilifi. It's about you guys and how much you're doing in Kwale County. But worth mentioning, thank you for the partnerships, Sebastian, we've had with you in Kilifi.